Kamusta? Ready ka na ba para sa lesson natin ngayong week? Welcome to our English class. Before we start, here are some reminders. I-read ang iyong ballpen, answer sheet, at ang iyong module. Basahin at unawain maigi ang mga instructions sa bawat learning task. Iwasang magusot, madumihan, mapunit, at higit sa lahat ang mawala ang iyong module. Magpagabay lamang kay mami, daddy, ate, kuya o kung sino mang nakatatanda sa iyo. Ikaw pa rin dapat ang sasagot sa bawat learning task. Huwag kalimutang isulat ang pangalan at section sa iyong answer sheets. Pwedeng i-pause ang video para mas mabasa o maunawaan mo ang mga instructions. Kung may tanong, gaya nga ng sabi ng lola ni Cardo, huwag mahihiyang magtanong. This lesson is good for 2 weeks. And today, we will be talking about nouns. Nouns are important in language learning. At the end of this lesson, you're expected to use clear and coherent sentences employing grammatical structures focusing on the kinds of nouns, such as mass, count, possessive, and collective nouns. To start with our lesson, let us read this passage. Pay attention to the highlighted words. These can be seen on the page 10 of our module. How do you call the highlighted words? For our first learning task on page 11, tell whether each highlighted noun is a mass, count, possessive, or collective noun. Write your answers on the answer sheet provided. Those highlighted words that we read on the passage are called nouns. Nouns refer to the name of person, place, thing, animal, or idea. There are different kinds of nouns: count nouns, mass nouns, possessive nouns, and collective nouns. First, let us talk about count nouns. Count nouns are nouns that can be counted. They can be singular or plural. For example, if there's only one, we call it woman. If there are two or more, we call them women. Elephant, elephants. Baby, babies. Child, children. Chair, chairs. Flower, flowers. Book, books. Country, countries. Mass nouns. Mass nouns are nouns that cannot be counted. They cannot be separated into countable units. They can be only quantified by terms that signify amount. Examples are water, chocolate, air, ice, alcohol, soil, oil, and coffee. Mass nouns are always common nouns. The following expressions are used before mass nouns: a lot of chocolate, much salt, little sugar. The following expressions are used to measure the amount of mass nouns: a box of detergent, a block of ice, a bottle of cooking oil, a teaspoon of cooking oil, a sack of rice. The next one is possessive nouns. These are nouns that show possession, ownership, or relationship. For example, Bella's house, the lady's umbrella. These two examples show ownership. Delia's sister, Matilda's classmate. These two examples show relationship. To form possessive nouns, we must remember the following. The first one, add apostrophe s to singular form of the noun. Nest of the hen, hen's nest. Bag of Nicholas, Nicholas's bag. We add apostrophe s after the noun. Add apostrophe to singular nouns that are in plural form. Example, view of Chocolate Hills. Chocolate Hills view. We add apostrophe. Add apostrophe s to plural forms that do not end in s. For example, game of children. Children's game. Since children is already in plural form and it does not end in s, we put apostrophe s. Add apostrophe at the end of the plural nouns that ends in s. For example, toys of the two girls. The two girls' toy. We put an apostrophe because it ends in s. Add apostrophe s to the last noun to show joint possession of an object. Farm of Remy and Ray. Remy and Ray's farm. We put apostrophe s after the last noun. Car of Lydia and Carol. Lydia and Carol's car. Collective nouns refer to a group of people or things. For example, a herd of cows, a flock of birds, a school of fish. Collective noun is singular if it is interpreted as a whole unit. For example, the team conducts its annual meeting every summer. Team is a singular form. Collective noun is plural if it is interpreted as the individual members of the unit. For example, the family are doctors. Family is in plural form. Learning task number 2 on page 12. Tell whether each noun is a count noun or mass noun. For example, the word equipment is a mass noun. Learning task 3. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate expression to measure the amount of the following mass nouns. Example, a glass of juice. Learning task number 4 on page 13. Write the possessive form of each of the following phrases. Example, the responsibilities of men. Its possessive form is men's responsibilities. Learning task 5 on page 13. Pick out the collective noun in each sentence. Then tell whether it is singular or plural. Example, the first group plans its budget. Group is in singular form. Learning task 6 on pages 13 to 14. Find the collective noun used in each sentence. Then identify its number by writing S for singular and P for plural. Example, the tennis team wins its first gold medal. The noun team is in singular form. Learning task 7 on page 14. Identify the kind of each highlighted noun below. Classify each as to mass, count, possessive, or collective noun. Example, it is my practice to drink 8 glasses of water a day. Water is a mass noun. Learning task 8. Write sentences using the nouns or phrases listed below. Band, my brother's bicycle. Equipment, ice, books. For our final activity, copy and complete this table on a separate sheet of paper. I hope that you learned about nouns and its kinds. See you next week.